I want to talk more about the Arizona situation, but, you know, when you hear Lori Lightfoot blaming Republicans for holding this up, there have been several options for Democrats to get behind. I mean, Nancy Pelosi herself admitted recently that they were just waiting to get past the hump on the election. We also heard Bernie Sanders himself calling out Democrats for not taking the deal and prolonging this longer than it needs to be. So, you know, at the end of the day, what's going to get done here, Congressman?
Well, you know, never forget that there's leftover money from the first and second COVID relief packages to the tune of nearly $150 billion that could have been sent out with bipartisan support more than 2 months ago. But it was because Nancy Pelosi didn't want anything going out before the election that didn't happen. That was could have gone to the PPP program. But what's happening now is the Democrats are willing to lock in again for over $2 trillion, and they want to stop this. They want to stop the relief package because what they want is more than a COVID relief package. They don't want just money going to the small businesses that they've hurt, by the way. There hasn't been a federal mandate to lock any of this stuff down. It's all been state and local governments that's caused this pain. But they want the federal government to come in with a massive package that exceeds PPP, which is the loans for small businesses, other loans and grants for other businesses to try to get them over the hump. They don't want that. They want to basically put in a massive spending proposal that will give them pet projects all over the country.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are still pretty chapped about the fact that dead people got those $1,200 checks, foreigners got those $1,200 checks, and Congress still is sitting on a pile of money right now waiting to be dispensed. But Nancy Pelosi wants that money. Really what they want to do is they want the money for H.R. 1, this fantasy dream bill they passed right when they first took over Congress. They keep trying to push those same initiatives, and they can bring them up as long as they don't accept this money. So that's really what's going on here. Let's talk about the election, too, Congressman. As of this point, all 50 states have certified, and Washington, D.C. have certified their election results. But President Trump and his allies, including yourself, you continue these legal fights. I want to talk about an op-ed you wrote in townhall.com as well. And you're placing some of the blame here at Arizona Governor Doug Ducey. You say he harmed the Republican Party's certifying process, and he is uninterested in all this evidence that has been presented. So you got Ducey. You also have Governor Brian Kemp in Georgia, who also seems less than interested in this stuff. You know, what's the deal with these Republican governors?
I don't know. They seem to have what I would call a tremendous incuriosity. They don't have any curiosity here. I mean, what I kept arguing for was, let's just do the forensic audit and we'll know whether there was anything that should not have gone on in our election or whether it was pristine like they kept saying. But the reason I say that he obviously doesn't care about the evidence is the same day that Giuliani and the Trump team was having a hearing with legislators in Arizona and presenting evidence, at the very same day, same hour, Governor Ducey was signing the certification. And he could have said, look, I want to hold off here and let's see what the evidence is. Let's get some results here on the audit. And he didn't. And so you're going to have a hearing next week in Arizona again on this matter from the state Judiciary Committee and elections committees in the state Senate. They want the evidence. They want to know, and they want a forensic audit. That's that would put this whole thing to bed. But these governors don't seem to want that. And who can tell me why? I can't figure it out.
I know. Everybody seems like in such a rush to get on with this. You know, we do have these deadlines. A lot of this is laid out very clearly in the Constitution and the statutes surrounding the timeline here. You know, we'll see what happens. One more thing to talk about real quickly, too, before we leave. Hundreds of migrants are now caravanning to the U.S. from Honduras. We've seen this in the past. This comes after Hurricanes Eta and Iota wrecked Central America last month. But these caravans, Congressman, always seem to be timed around changes of power or elections or important. What do you think's going on? Is this migrant caravan, you know, realizing maybe this is the end of an era and maybe they'll be welcomed with friendlier arms here in just a month or so?
Yeah, never forget, these are organized by cartels who are making money off these caravans. And the fact that Joe Biden campaigned and in one of the debates said on day one, if he were elected, that he would provide amnesty to over 11 million illegal aliens in this country. And in fact, he's going to try to provide it for the 25 to 30 million who are here in this country illegally. That is a lure and a draw. and believe it or not, most people would believe this, that these cartels don't really care about these people. They care about making money. And so they can play that, what Joe Biden said, it becomes an incentive. They can make money on them. And never forget this, too. We're talking human trafficking in these caravans.
Right. And if they cared about the people, you wouldn't find, 24 of them, huddled together in the back of a semi-trailer with no air conditioning in the middle of summer. And we've reported on that way too much. Congressman, great to see you. Thanks so much, as always, for your time, sir.
Thank you.